Kyrie Irving's run with the Brooklyn Nets is finally coming to an end. We all knew this was coming because of the controversy he was involved in. However, there's a big question looming over our heads, which is, where will he go next?
But first, a reminder about our brand new giveaway. We're giving away a PS5 with a copy of NBA 2022 and Madden 22. All you have to do is watch the full video, leave a like, comment the keyword hidden in the video, and make sure you're subscribed. It's that simple.
Okay, so the Nets have been linked up with the Mavericks in a bid to trade Kyrie Irving. Now that he's going to be changing up franchises, everybody wants to know what his next team will be. The reason that I'm not counting in the Mavericks for sure is that nothing has been officially confirmed as of yet. Irving still has a good chance of being traded off someplace else. The Nets are trying to hold off on finalizing a trade with the Mavericks in a desperate attempt to secure something better. However, it's unlikely that anything like that will happen anytime soon. There were rumors of the Nets hoping to squeeze Kevin Durant into the deal. However, that seems very unlikely when you take their position in the Eastern Conference into account. Whatever the case is, both teams are expected to finalize a trade within the next few hours. That said, there's a bigger question we all want to be answered. That is, if Irving joins the Mavericks, how will things pan out between him and Luka?
I think just our approach. We were going to make mistakes anyway tonight. So the first game, I just wanted to make sure, and I think my teammates wanted to make sure, the coaching staff wanted to make sure that just we didn't feel any pressure. And I think the most important thing that...
So most people are expecting some big issues to occur between Irving and Doncic when he first gets to the Mavericks. However, I don't think that will be the case. Honestly, with everything I've seen from Luka, he's more team-oriented than a ball hog. They enjoy seeing the team succeed more than he does scoring buckets himself.
I've seen contact with basketball. Every time he had a game in the halftime or before the game, I was going to shoot. Even if we couldn't hit the rim because I was 3 years old, but I was always with the ball playing, and just since then I always...
That fact alone is enough to convince me that he and Kyrie are about to form an unstoppable duo. Just imagine, with Irving's ball handling skills and Luka's court vision, the Dallas Mavericks are going to become a force to be reckoned with. I haven't even gotten started with the rest of the Mavericks squad. One thing's for sure, if Irving is traded to the Mavericks, we can expect there to be a complete shift in the dynamics of the league. Though there's still one possibility that we haven't considered. That is, LeBron could try and get Irving traded to the Lakers.
I had a moment there, but I don't think it's really hit me on what just transpired. As much as I tried to live in the moment, it was kind of a blur. But looking back there and seeing my guys back there, and
this is one outcome that a lot of people seem to be sleeping on. That's the fact that LeBron might try to make a play to get Kyrie transferred to the Lakers instead. I mean, sure, the probability of this happening is pretty slim, but it's still something to think about. You have to remember that before all of this, there was a time when LeBron and Irving were teammates. I'm talking about back when they both played for the Cavaliers and dominated together. Sure, they might not have Kevin Love anymore, but that doesn't mean the duo is finished. LeBron and Kyrie managed to forge a bond that they've managed to sustain all this time. To think that LeBron would let an opportunity like this slip by without putting in work for Irving is madness. It's obvious that to some level, James will try to get Irving on his squad. Of course, the effort probably won't be as big as what the Mavericks seem to be putting forward. But you have to remember, the GOAT found a companion in Irving and won a championship with him. There's no chance that he's going to let that go without at least putting up a fight. Still, there seems to be one last scenario that we haven't given much thought to. The craziest part is that this might have the best chance of coming true. I'm talking about none other than the Toronto Raptors making a bid for Irving. Guys, let's be honest. The Raptors are a team that we all know exists. However, they haven't made much of a dent in the league for God knows how long. Getting Irving added to their squad might just be the big push they need to transform into a championship-winning team. The most concerning part is that the Nets might be inclined to go for their draft picks over the Mavericks in exchange for Kyrie.
It was amazing, the first time I met him, the first thing he said to me, watch out, that they're going to come after you because you're from Europe and they're going to come after you. And he was right, but it was that moment, I always remember it. A lot of times it was.
There's a pretty good chance of this ending up being the case. It's like every great analyst has always said, never leave a possible outcome to chance. We have to consider every angle here. With that in mind though, we can't forget that in just a few short hours, we'll probably be told that Irving is being traded to Dallas, putting all of these rumors to rest. Still, I'm not gonna lie, the thought of Irving potentially going to Toronto is exciting. Well, just the addition of one player won't be enough to transform them into a championship-winning team. It'll be enough to make them better than what they are right now. Plus, a trip to Toronto means that Irving will have more of the ball than he could ever have imagined. However, aside from playing the guessing game, let's get back to the topic at hand. Y'all are probably wondering how the NBA world is reacting to all of this. Well, they're shocked. In fact, to say that people were shocked to hear about Irving moving to Dallas would be an understatement.
I mean, we could sit here all day, man. I think we probably could go through the timeline of all the reports since I first came into Brooklyn. But the greatest lesson I could share with you that I learned from signing in Brooklyn for free agency is I wish I would have got to know the people that were behind the organization.
See, there were a lot of hopeful Lakers fans who thought they could get away with trading Irving for Westbrook. Well, it seems like the Nets just weren't having it. LeBron himself had a good chuckle about the whole situation. He made a witty remark on Twitter talking about how maybe it's him as the reason for Irving not coming in. The fans themselves are pretty dismayed to see such a golden opportunity squandered by the Lakers management. There's no doubt in my mind that if Irving had decided to join up with the Lakers, we might have ended up witnessing another few championship runs for King James. Alas, it just wasn't meant to be. Sports pundits are also pretty shocked at the news. One thing's for sure, everyone expects Dallas to dominate for many years to come, now that Irving has been slated to join their squad. However, there's still one question left unanswered. Will the Mavericks finally be able to go on a championship run? That's the big question, isn't it? Will Kyrie Irving be the missing piece that the Mavericks have been looking for all this time? It honestly looks like it might just be the case. He's clearly in great form. He's been playing insanely well in his last few games with the Nets. One could argue that Kyrie is the only reason they've managed to maintain a record this good. Of course, I'm not throwing any shade toward Durant. It's just that now that the Mavericks have Irving and Doncic together, they might just be able to accomplish something greater than anticipated. With Luka dropping triple doubles like they're nothing, and with Irving backing him up with a bunch of drainers of his own, there's a good chance that these guys will go on to make history. Sure, we're going to need to give them time to adjust. I mean, Irving coming in will need time to blend in with the team and all, though I'm pretty certain that once Irving knows what's up with the Mavericks, he'll be able to help them take things to the next level. It's all a matter of patience and commitment for both the team and the player. Apart from all of that, we're just going to have to wait and see how things turn out. From what I can tell, the NBA is about to be turned upside down on its head. That was the latest on Kyrie Irving's trade to Dallas. See you in the next video.